This girl has been doing eating shows, mukbangs, for her millions of TikTok viewers every single day. And her unique eating habits and destructive lifestyle has people disturbed. But there's a major plot twist. This TikToker is actually 16 years old, and her mom is standing behind the camera, masterminding the entire thing, turning her daughter into rage bait, while having her overeat huge quantities of fast food for views. Let me show you what I mean. I'm working on a different video about TikTok mukbangs right now, so my feed is just this.
For 100,000 pizzerias in Italy?
When all of a sudden, this video pops up.
Guys, I have the Balkan breakfast. Let's eat.
And at first glance, it's just your regular old disturbing mukbang content, right? Wrong. When I saw what was really going on here, I literally stopped what I was doing and ran to make this video because it made me so angry. If you're trying to live a healthier lifestyle, or you've ever struggled with your weight, or even just loving food a little bit too much, I feel like this video will particularly trigger you. I feel like it will hit a little soft spot.
You're gonna wake up and have pizza for breakfast. I love that. It's 30 seconds from you.
Guys, I have the Balkan breakfast. Let's eat.
Do you have to do the fucking...
It's pretty safe to say that this is not how people generally eat food. We're like, how many seconds in here, and she has sauce dripping down her hair and her sweatshirt. She has a ring of sauce around her mouth. It's extremely difficult to watch. And
Ew, and you're eating the nipple of the cucumber too. That's just gross.
So at this point, I'm in the comments and other people are equally disturbed. They're asking questions like, is this AI?
AI get too realistic, bro. I'd hope it's AI.
Is this feeder content? But I keep reading, and then I find the comment that launched me into this entire rabbit hole.
Wrong.
Is this considered exploitation? I think so. Yes, I've been saying this for the longest. Def looking for this kind of comment. And I'm like, okay, what am I missing? Then you hit this comment. At a point, shouldn't a parent step in when it gets out of control? It's sad for real. It's the mom making these videos and the dad. A parent is behind the camera filming every video. Sadly, the parents are making her do this for money. So I go to the profile. Mary Alexis 2005, 19 years old. YouTube 6.5 million. And here it says fans only. So I'm like, huh? OnlyFans girl? Like what am I looking at? So I go to the YouTube profile, and you guys are not ready for this. You're really not. It leads to one of those family channels. And there she is right there. Now I'm like, okay, what the hell? I click on the most popular video, 168 million views.
168 for fucking slime? For slime? Bro, I'm in the wrong type of content. What do you mean Twitch streamer react content? Dude, I should have just been throwing random shit in a tub and calling it a day. Damn! I didn't know slime got that fucking popular. What the hell? God, it's just slime. Why do people love it so much?
8 years ago. There she is as a little ass girl making slime. So we have a YouTube family channel turned TikTok mukbang channel. And the dad is in multiple of the YouTube videos, but I didn't see the mom anywhere. She was mentioned in her comments, but I'm looking, I don't see her face. But I did find her voice in several clips. So it seems like the mother might be the person behind the camera in all the clips. But anyway, we will go back to this, but first, TikTok. So this is the Mary Alexis Family Mukbang TikTok channel. But this isn't Mary. This is Mary. This is her younger sister, Izzy. And this account puts out a variety of content featuring the various family members. Sometimes it's clips with the whole family, sometimes it's Mary doing a healthy recipe, but lately it's mostly just been content like this.
Guys, I got McDonald's.
That's a lot of food for one person right there. This is an Angel Reese burger, aka a double barbecue bacon quarter pounder with cheese. That's one burger down, consumed in like 10 seconds. 850 calories. Like 9 chicken nuggets, 369 calories.
Did you know they have triple cheeseburgers?
Another burger,
if you're gonna do mukbang, like why can't you just do it like with healthy food?
Burger number 4, this one's a Big Mac, 580 calories.
Wait, I want to try something. I never tried my McChicken inside the quarter pounder.
Then burger 5 and 6 eaten in one, which is a McChicken, 390 calories, inside of a quarter pounder with cheese, 520 calories. Pretty safe to say that this is some pretty destructive eating behavior right here. I mean, maybe she's spinning it out, but maybe she's not. But even if she's spitting it out, it's a little bit twisted. I mean, she's essentially simulating binge eating as a teenager for money. We're gonna call this Exhibit A, because if she actually ate all of that in one sitting, it's 3,239 calories.
God, and they're just gonna be hungry later anyway because you just had it all in like this one moment. Like, oh, I really go to McDonald's, not gonna lie. I'd go more, but it's very far away. I mean, like, I don't go to McDonald's that often, but I mean, like, it's like, I don't care anymore about keeping like a super tight track of my caloric intake. Like, at first I was very much so, gotta get thin, gotta get muscular, I'm gonna get healthy, and now I'm like, I don't fucking care. I really don't. As long as I don't like blow up and look like an exercise ball, I really don't give a shit, you know? I never carried LMAO. But like, still, there's times where it's like, I'll stop myself. You know, and I feel like McDonald's and like restaurants in general are things where it's like, I gotta stop myself. Because I know when I have them, my eyes are always hungrier than my actual stomach, and my wallet is crying for safety. I got Burger King once. Now I know you're probably gonna say Burger King sucks ass, I know. But I got Burger King because my coworker kept on glazing at Burger King. I was like, you know, I really want it. I got one order. I got a poutine. I got a poutine. I got a triple burger, and then I had the extra large drink and nuggets. I had food sweats. I had meat sweats. Fucking meat sweats while I was eating that. So, like, I don't try to eat like this too often because I know I'm gonna fall into that. Never had Burger King? Good.
Before factoring in any fries, sodas, shamrock shakes, or sauces that, let's not forget, her parents literally instructed her to consume. That her parents literally went out and bought for her as part of a mukbang blitz. At that age, my parents were like, please stop ordering party-sized pizzas for yourself, okay? It's not right. We can't sit by while you do this. I can't imagine them ordering it for me and then posting up like this. But anyway, unfortunately, we do have to watch a few more full clips to get the full effect here.
I got Olive Garden. Oh my gosh.
God damn! You know, fuck the rest of this food. I just want the breadsticks.
Looks so good. Let's dig in.
1 breadstick plus 2 tablespoons fettuccine sauce. 280 calories. 3 mozzarella sticks. 400 calories. Some soup of Toscano.
Oh my gosh.
150 calories. Ravioli carbonara.
Oh, woman, don't.
460 calories. 3 big bites of spaghetti. 320 calories. Another.
Someone did make like a good comment though, like heart attack by the time she's 20. Oh, absolutely. Someone did make a good comment like earlier when she was showing people's comments. How someone said this is feedy content. I want to ban her from eating Italian. How this is feedy content. And why that's important to this situation is feedy content is 18 plus. People like to touch themselves to feedy content because they have kinks to it. This is a child. So this is technically, to the fucked up mind, legal CP. I'm gonna drink bleach after this.
Breadstick plus some more fettuccine sauce, 280 calories. Chicken Alfredo with an entire extra large sauce on top.
With a bunch of
You don't need all that, girly, but okay.
976 calories. 3 meat manicotti, 360 calories. Meatball parm, 624 calories. And to finish it off, another breadstick, 130 calories.
It's just mukbang.
At this
People
point,
are
this
weird.
channel is
Oh yeah,
making
absolutely.
content like this every single day. Not just eating a meal either. She's eating a pile of food every single day on camera.
Let's eat some chilies. I'm so excited. We have a lot today.
This is legit pissing me off.
I went back. She has posted a
Because we can't afford the food, or...
mukbang every single day for an entire month. We've got Jollibee, Crumble, fast food of all kinds, trips to restaurants with tons.
Weirdos be like, yes, 360 calories. No, actually, like, absolutely. Fucking, some people are so weird. Like, I mean, I hope her content is being used, but isn't being used like that. But with how many views it's getting, I don't see the, like, appeal of mukbang. It's child abuse? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. They're damaging her body for the sake of what? Views? Yeah, it's child abuse. Parents need to get arrested 100%.
And tons and tons of appetizers and multiple courses, movie theater visits with an absurd amount of food consumed.
Damn, that's a lot of
She
popcorn.
posts
I'll take some.
twice on some days. You can see she's wearing the exact same shirt.
I can't even judge that. I did actually order that amount of popcorn before. And like a cinema near me, I can order from like DoorDash a massive bag of popcorn that is equivalent to over like 5 bags of XL popcorns. We were stocked for like a week.
Here. So she ate both this and this in one day. Now, mukbang channels on TikTok and on YouTube are known for spitting
over a
food
week
between takes. Look at this. Someone forgot to cut that out. She has got that little move down to a science. And that's what a lot of mukbang channels do. They kind of just like fake eating a lot of food because people like that whole spectacle. They like the extremeness of someone consuming a large amount of food versus like a normal dinner size portion. And I mean, it definitely at least looks like she spit something out in that Balkan breakfast video. But let me tell you right now, if at 19 or however old he is, spoiler, if my mom was like, hey, I got you all this food, but just spit it out between takes, okay? I'd be like, the hell I am? I ain't wasting all this. And you think people can't put away that much food in a sitting? I know it can be done. I have gotten close to Olympic eating levels and I wasn't training for anything. So let's say she's eating 3/4 of the calories she appears to be eating. So that means on a day when she filmed 2 videos, she could potentially eating like what, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000 calories? And over the course of a week then, how many calories do you think she would have consumed?
Way
And I
too
thought
much.
about not saying this, but I want to make it clear that it seems like this behavior is truly already having a negative impact on her life. It seems that during this 2-month mukbang blitz, she may have already gained a bit of weight. And
Oh, yeah, no, definitely. If you're eating over like almost 10,000 calories a day for 2 months for 2 months straight, bro, that's a 600-pound life episode waiting to happen. That's not so healthy eating nothing but popcorn for a week straight. We had more than that, which probably didn't help.
this is a blitz that seems to have only just begun. And yeah, I feel weird about saying that about a teenager, but I just want to make it clear that this behavior is clearly already negatively impacting her life. And yeah, let's not forget, her parents are having her do this for money. And the question is, how long can this go on? This TikTok account seems to be ramping up production. Every time I look, there's a new food-related video on one of their multiple pages. Because clearly this girl brings in the views and mama behind the camera is cashing in.
But like, why can't one of them eat this much? Why does it have to be her? Like, are they all denying it and she just like drew the short stick? Like, come on, dude. Throw yourself under the bus. You don't get to keep your fucking jawline when you have your sister looking like this. Come on, man.
4 million views, 3 million views, 2 million views, 5 million views. Mama gets to rake in that Nikocado mukbang money and she doesn't even have to pick up a burger. And all for the low price of her child's health and happiness. You can see that their account was posting other types of content before. You can see other members of the family on the channel. And then one night they posted a video of Izzy doing a late night TikTok mukbang. It hit, it popped off. And then ever since then, they've just been running this kid's digestive system into the ground. 7 days a week, this girl is doing huge mukbangs. Her small intestine doesn't even get a single day's rest.
10 on 10. Tastes like chocolate covered cheese, please.
Imagine making your kid eat like this day after day after day just so you could make a quick buck. Imagine putting your kid's health and your kid's weight and your kid's self-esteem on the line so that you could get that sweet, sweet mukbang money. And man, we haven't even talked about one of the biggest issues here and the main reason this account is even going viral. Why is this content so much more successful than all the other crap they were putting out as a family channel? Oh, what's that I hear? The hatred and loathing of thousands of people because you're using your teen daughter as rage bait? She's literally the little worm on the
That's the thing. That's why it's popular. It's because people fucking hate it. Her stomach be working overtime, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, how else are you gonna digest all that shit? Good God. She must feel horrible after all of them. I wouldn't even want to. She does it standing. I wouldn't want to be standing after that. No, but it's like, that's the thing that people don't understand about these. Like, if I see these and they piss me off, I scroll. Because if you comment and you give your criticism with quotes, you're feeding into it and you're giving them what they want. They want you to be mad. They want you to stay. Best way to come about it is just to ignore it. Exactly. That's why we talk about it on channels like this, where she doesn't get the view. She doesn't get our attention. I mean, she does, but not in a way that offers her money. This way, we get to shit talk her without funding the, I'll just say, abuse.
anger hook that's being dangled out in front of the internet for views. Overweight person plus mukbang equals hate. I feel like that's pretty much common knowledge at this point. And Izzy here has already been called the next Nikocado and the next
Nikocado avocado plot
two
twist is
creators
crazy.
who grew their
What if it was
channels
just a
by
fat suit this whole time?
others
He actually didn't lose
with
any weight. It was just a fat suit.
among other things.
I gained 5 pounds, I gained 5 pounds, we gained 5 pounds, we gained 5 pounds.
But Izzy
All water
truly
weight.
is following the Nikocado/Jelly Bean Sweets formula for mukbang success. 1. Do mukbangs so frequently people become concerned for your health. 2. Eat in such a way so as to disturb and generally attract attention. 3. Ride the hate train to success.
Don't talk to me, lady.
And we'll get to all the hate that's being funneled toward this teen girl in a moment. But do we think that
It's
this
like
whole thing
Beetlejuice.
was
He
really
showed up 'cause you
Izzy's
mentioned
idea?
him.
I mean, even if it was, it's kind of your parents' job to be like, no, don't do that. No, maybe don't do something so clearly destructive to your health. But it's really one thing if you're an adult and you have your own TikTok account and you make all the money and you're like, you know what? I think I want to be the next Nikocado. It's worth it to me, all the hate, the weight gain, the health risks, the mental health risks. As a consenting adult, I choose this path for myself. It's quite another thing if you reap 0 of the benefits and all of the consequences.
Like, it is possible, say 3 times to your bathroom at 3 a.m. and he'll appear in your house, and what, he'll just eat you? It is possible to eat like this, you know, and be healthy. You just can't do it all the time. I watch one person. I don't watch mukbangs, but I like watching competitive eaters because I think it's just insane the amount of shit they fit in their body. Like, there's Eric the Electric, whose most recent video was he ate the like heaviest people's diet over the course of 7 days, and he had entire tablesfuls of food. And the thing is that he's skinnier than most people I know because he does all this eating, and then he has like what, just salad for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. He eats super healthy and super low calorie the rest of the time and super light so that way he has the space to do it again. You know, you can't eat like this. You just can't do it constantly. Unless you identify as a beluga whale and you want to be featured in Marineland, then go ahead.
And you didn't choose the mukbang life chose you.
I made a fast food charcuterie board and I added
This works out.
fruit.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
guys say I don't
That's
eat
what I
enough Veggies.
He like cycles like 10
Izzy's
miles
eating
every day.
gigantic bites, stuffing more food into her mouth when she's already got a lot in there, dumping sauce on everything, getting it all over her face, her hair. She's exaggerating her reactions, just like Jelly Bean Sweets. It really is almost like frustrating
If I don't know how to
watch
swim?
someone eat like this. It really kind of just
Drown.
scratches an area of your brain. It's like
Oh,
the
man.
mess, the sounds. I do not like it. But I want to show you this because look at Izzy's eyes. She's not looking at the camera. She's looking at someone behind the camera and kind of seems to be looking for like validation from whoever that is. Almost as if the person behind the camera is an authority figure in her life who she looks to for guidance and who maybe set up this camera and purchased this entire fast food charcuterie board. When you really watch the clips of her eating, it feels like the person behind the camera is coaching her to eat like this. Like literally being like, yeah, put more food in your mouth. And I think it's because sometimes the camera will cut and then Izzy will do something that feels very out of place, like say, as if someone paused the camera to tell her like really ham it up. And guess what? The person behind the camera seems to almost always be her mother.
Hey guys, I got some Taco Bell first. Mom's crunchy taco.
Thank you.
In this clip, which
Headhunter
actually
Scout,
kind of
same thing.
kicked off Izzy's mukbang era, she goes on to consume a Baja Blast, 350 calories, some Nacho Belgrande, 200 calories, and a grilled cheese burrito with a bunch of nacho cheese on it, 710 calories, plus 73 extra calories of cheese. But the mother doesn't eat the taco that she got because she's still too full from the dinner that they already had.
That was so good, but Mom doesn't want her taco because we had spaghetti for dinner, guys, so I'm gonna try her taco.
Of course, just, you know, you need to stack more food and more shit onto the other shit. The thing that surprised me was my stamina. Dude, I could, like, get a good burst of speed, but then after that, I'm fucked. Like, I'm not, I'm sleeping after that. I'm not going anywhere else. I do weight gain mostly. I was always lean and slender, but, like, not naturally. At one point, I was, like, just bone. Yeah, no, dude, I always wanted, an eating disorder plus depression back then. I, like, almost got an, eating disorder. Like, almost. I think that's one thing that like made me really happy at one point was that like I tracked my calories and I was very on top of it, to the point where I was annoying my mother asking her what we were having for supper to like the ingredients so I could count the calories, and I actually got like really thin from it, and that made me like extremely happy because I remember the only time I got that thin before was when I was like skipping every meal I could, you know? It's like, dude, hey, you know what? Props to you, man. It's not easy calling out of that shit. It's not easy. I think I was kind of like forced out of it because I didn't want to like make my mama sad. So I just started eating again. But I ran out of means of hiding it. So I just had to kind of like bite the bullet. Now I love food and cooking. Exactly. I don't have an eating disorder, but I do tend to skip meals sometimes. I mean, like if you're skipping meals because you're just not hungry, or like you skip meals because you forget to eat, totally different. Don't feel like it. Exactly. Like don't feel like it, whatever. The intent behind skipping the meal is so different from like actually skipping it. Does that make sense? You know, I went through it also, damage to my teeth from throwing up everything. Yeah. Like if you're skipping a meal intentionally because you want to lose weight, that's a problem. If you're skipping a meal because you're just not hungry or you just don't want to make food, that's totally fine. I did have an eating disorder. What? Forgot about it. Well, I'm glad that you're able to get off of it so easily, that to the point where it just totally slipped your mind. Or it was so traumatic that you bury it deep within your system. Couldn't even eat a sandwich. Holy shit. You know, I remember once I did like a whole second option. I did like a whole like we had to do a class and we had to do research on like different disorders and stuff. I did my disorder on anorexia, and I don't know if it helped anyone, but I hope it did. I asked my teacher for extra time during the presentation, because what I ended up doing was I had made a separate tiny presentation that I wanted to give that gave people like resources and options to like help them out with that sort of shit. And I sort of just had like a little therapy moment, and I went through my own experience with it in like a short like 5 minutes I was granted. I don't know if it helped anyone in that class, but I hope it did. I wasn't eating for the whole reason of not wanting to live. I would literally just lay there and rot. I kind of hope it takes you at some point. No, that's fair. That's fair. I feel like everyone who falls into a deeper state like that kind of gets to a point where like you're crossing the street, light just turned red, you don't really give a fuck. It's like, whatever happens, happens. If it hits me, it hits me.
Look at the cheese.
God, is it just silence?
So they've already had a full dinner, and the mother is so stuffed she couldn't possibly eat that little taco. But she gives it to her daughter just to get that few little extra seconds of footage, just to keep it rolling. Which, just to mention, makes it a casual 1,491 calories tacked onto her day. That is nearly a full day's worth of calories.
Rookie numbers
And
submerged
not
in
for
the cheese.
lunch, for an evening snack. Honestly, this story made me so angry. I am truly just so mind blown by the willingness to exploit your child's health for views. Like the mother ordered Taco Bell for both of them after dinner, after they already ate. She didn't eat hers, then was like, here daughter, have a little bit more. Let's just get those few extra seconds of footage. You can fit it in, right? Also, the family definitely knows that this is unhealthy. Another type of content that they make is, who has the highest blood sugar after eating Taco?
Who has the highest blood sugar? Yeah, probably the one girl that's fucking diabetic now. I'm not gonna lie, I'm glad I can eat again, but damn, it lasts for like a month or two. My diet was a sandwich a day or two. I mean, hey man, like, God, it's not easy to crawl out of that sort of shit, you know? You know, I'm always the type of person where, like, it's why I'm so open on stream. Because to me, I feel like it's always so much better to be, you know, real with yourself and real with, like, the sort of shit that you face. Because what you experience, it isn't supposed to, like, diminish who you are as a person. I sort of keep it as, like, an achievement, you know? You know, like, I talk very openly about the shit that I've dealt with, not because I feel like what I've dealt with makes me weaker as a man, but instead stronger. Because it's what I've overcome, not what's kept me down. Yeah, I crossed a concerning amount of red lights and just crossed roads without looking. Oh, absolutely. Don't even look left or right. You kind of hear the engine roaring. It's like, they'll stop. What happens, happens.
Taco Bell. And another ironic type of content that they make is the other sister, Mary, doing healthy recipes for weight loss.
What I eat in a day. So we're starting with breakfast, and I have Kodiak blueberry waffles, which is one of my favorites. For dinner, I'm gonna cook steak and eggs. I love these little steaks. They're the perfect portion.
Okay, but that shit looks so bland.
So for dessert, I'm gonna taste test some crumble cookie on TikTok with Izzy, but I'm only gonna take a bite of the ones I try, so I won't be ruining my somewhat healthy day.
Quite the range here. And you know what? Maybe it is unfair to put all the blame on the mom and not the dad. And let me be clear that I believe the dad.
Crumble cookies are such a scam. Crumble cookies are so fucking gross, bro. I've never had them, but I can just tell that biting into it, it tastes like you're eating My First Chem set from Toys R Us. Just cookies branded differently. Oh no, true. It's literally like you can probably make them en masse, like no problem. But just because they have the Crumble logo on the box, they're suddenly worth like $10, $20 more. It's so stupid.
That is equally as responsible as the
They're basically
whether or
just
not
mini
it's
cakes,
behind
honestly.
the camera or not. But being right there behind the camera while your daughter makes very questionable health decisions every single day, and the fact that the mother is almost never on the camera herself has such an ominous undertone to it. Like, this person gets to lurk in the shadows, immune from the consequences, despite having the most to gain. The mother gets to remain anonymous, which she clearly wants. She gets to make that choice for herself to be off camera, but everyone else in her family has been literally raised under these conditions.
Hey guys, welcome back to our channel.
Like, Izzy's had a social media career since she was like 8 years old.
I'm Mary. I'm Izzy.
First, it was mostly slime videos, which I feel like done a certain way is somewhat unproblematic. I don't know, there's a lot to think about with that, but it's not that bad. But now,
At what point is slime problematic? What? It still affects me now. I used to be very outgoing and emotional. Not in a bad way, but I'm just emotionally detached and get confused by other people's emotions. I mean, like, me too, but also I don't know if that's, like, trauma or just autism. I'm not trying to be a dick. Like, I don't know. Look, man, the hat. It's there for a reason. Undiagnosed, but we're pretty sure.
now it's really leveled up into something clearly sinister. Wait till I show you the next type of content this channel likes to produce, which is somehow equally as disturbing as the first.
Grab the McDonald's.
Chocolate shake. Double quarter pounder with cheese.
In addition to mukbangs, this account since January has been doing a ton of these food-oriented videos as well. The mother yells out the name of a snack food, and then the two sisters both have to grab for it to see who gets it first.
Not gonna lie, I still don't get why people fake disorders. Attention. Yeah, literally, it's just attention. It's just attention. Like, if you know Tics and Roses, holy shit. Their whole career is just faking Tourette's. It was a trend at one point. Faking Tourette's or faking disorders in general. Money and attention, yeah. Especially if it's in America TikTok. Especially if it's America TikTok, because they actually get paid for their views. Fuck you, TikTok. I'd like to get paid for my shit in general. Yeah, no, like, it's so weird too, because they try to, like, fake these disorders, but then totally ignore what people who actually have it say about it, you know? Like, I remember there's one person who tried to say they have Tourette's, and like, oh my god, ranking my tics. And to be like, hold on, I feel it coming. No, you don't. That's like, the whole point of Tourette's is you don't know when it's gonna happen. Like, my favorite tic is this one. A woof. Fuck you.
Izzy!
Blue glazed donut.
Ow!
Broccoli.
Dude.
They've done it with crumble cookies, candies, fast food.
I get told I'm faking mine?
Seems
Fuck them.
innocent enough, right? A heck of a lot better than doing mukbangs. Or is it? Because mukbangs were doing more physical damage, health damage, but somehow these videos are probably doing more psychological damage. Because somehow this type of content is inspiring even more hate toward Izzy.
McCrispy. Big Mac. Apple pie.
Now, as you can see, Izzy pretty much dominates this game. She dusts her sister in almost every round, resulting in her getting most of the candy. And as a result, people are commenting things like, you can tell who eats more and fastest she's ever moved. And not just a little bit, that's pretty much all people are saying on these videos. Some
She'd probably bite her. Yeah, she thinks she's a blue Jolly Rancher. Sorry. Fuck, I'm feeding into it.
variations of those types of fat jokes. But if you watch more than one of these videos, it's extremely obvious that all this hate is being created intentionally by turning their teenage daughter into a rage bait fat joke hybrid. In other words, these games are designed to make Izzy look fat and greedy. I'm sure that won't lead to lasting emotional damage. How? Well, the entire game can essentially be summed up as Izzy hungry.
Izzy hungry, Izzy big. Booga booga.
Are you guys ready?
Izzy, what are you doing?
Pretzel.
Stupid fat.
The narrative is literally that she's fat and she'll do anything that it takes to win, all the candy or whatever.
This is all I got.
But let's look at the details.
Grab the Peeps candy.
In a good chunk of these videos, the mom will start the game by only calling off the candy that's on Izzy's side.
Purple peeps. Yellow peeps.
resulting in Izzy getting like 3 wins in a row. Next, like half of all the videos now start with Izzy eating before the video or during the video.
Izzy! Stop eating before the video. That's such a big piece.
Are you guys ready?
Izzy, stop eating before the video.
Grab the cake.
Izzy, stop eating it.
Mary's also started making little comments about Izzy being overweight.
Steak.
Izzy, you have enough meat on you.
Fairlife light blue. What is that? Fat free?
Hey, I got no water. It has no fat.
Fairlife whole milk.
Hey, you have enough fat.
Butter cake.
I got it first. You don't need it. You're already a butter cake.
And people just eat up these little comments because Izzy's supposed to be the chubby villain. Then they'll do challenges that involve vegetables. And
You can tell that, like, even though she's told, like, those are definitely scripted. You can tell even though it's scripted, like, it fucking hurts. You can kind of just see it in her soul.
Izzy won't try to get any of the vegetables, but it kind of seems like she's been told not to.
Blue glazed donut. Broccoli.
She'll pull back her hands when she reflexively goes to grab something. Or look at this one. The mom yells out salad like 3 times in a row, and Izzy throws up her hand and then says, "Mom, stop."
Salad. Salad.
Mom, stop.
Okay, sorry. Salad.
Wow, they put a lot.
Alfredo sauce.
They put a lot of olives.
Doesn't that seem like she was instructed not to go for the salad? Why else would she say stop? She wants to win. Also, why does her face look like she knows she's the butt of the joke? Every clip is doing the most to make Izzy look
That's
pretty,
reasonable.
Izzy look fat. And yeah, people are hating on her for it, and it's bringing in the views. Mission accomplished, Mom. Great job. Next, let's watch this entire clip because I feel like it has every single trope all in one. Now that I pointed them all out, that you'll just see them back to back to back to back to back. It starts with Izzy eating.
Izzy, stop eating before the video starts. You're cheating. You got the fries too? I didn't even see you take them.
Fries.
How?
Broccoli.
Then all the vegetables are here and the junk food's here.
$100.
Squash.
Bro.
Angel Reese burger.
What is that? What is that and who is that? This is a new burger.
Carrots.
And each round, Izzy doesn't try for the vegetables despite clearly having way faster
cucumber.
reflexes than her sister in every other round.
How many times have we been through this? Take it, eat it, and then you'll know the difference. I don't see a difference.
There's the fat joke.
I mean, they do look pretty damn
20-piece
similar.
nuggets.
Then Izzy pushes Mary out of the way because she's so hungry and desperate for the burgers.
McChicken. Fries. Big Mac.
Oh! You spilled the fries on the floor!
Filet-O-fish.
I'm sorry!
If no one takes it, we stop. Quarter pounder with cheese. Angel Reese burger. You don't want to let Mary get one? Big Mac. Cabbage. A bok choy.
Jesus. She doesn't even need to pay attention anymore. All the burgers are gone pretty
Shamrock
much.
shake.
Ooh, the shamrock shake is back.
Eggplant.
Ah! And you let it go.
Cabbage.
What do you call
It's
that?
cauliflower. The fuck?
It was a trick, but she went for cauliflower.
You can actually hear the
little
birthing
subtle
person
fat joke from
smile
the
as she
mom,
talks.
too. But look at her face though. Doesn't she seem kind of
No,
upset?
true.
She knows she's the
She's
butt
getting
of the
enjoyment
joke
out of this,
here.
'cause she knows it's gonna
at that
bring in
age,
money.
Your weight is a really sensitive topic. Like maybe you make jokes and you laugh it off, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't hurt. Speaking from experience, I would always make fat jokes. I mentioned this before, but me and one of my best friends growing up were both obese together, and we had fat jokes for days, and they were hilarious. But you either laugh or you cry. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, both my dad and I were overweight. Like in my family, my mom and my brother were thin, and my dad and I were overweight. And him and I would always make fat jokes. And one of his most iconic fat jokes, which he will be so hyped to see that I said here, is that your gym bag or your lunch bag? Look in this next clip, okay? She almost grabs the artichoke, but she pulls her hand back.
Artichoke.
Yeah, better not grab the artichoke. Remember, Izzy? The joke is that you're a fat you don't like vegetables. I know this sounded mean, but I don't know how else to get the point across. That is literally the freaking joke. Then look at this one, okay? Here's Mary taking a little teeny tiny spoonful of candy.
Ooh, candy salad. Can I have some?
Just one scoop.
But Izzy's got the big old broom. I mean, at this point, the family might as well just put the tuba soundtrack behind all of it.
You could have done this joke with anyone. You didn't have to do it with her.
At some horrendous online parenting, I feel like now is a great time for me to put the cherry on top and reveal that Izzy is in fact not 19. No, Mary just turned 19. Izzy, on the other hand, is 16. So the internet is being mean to a 16-year-old girl at the hands of her own parents. Didn't everything get so much worse right now? Now, let's look at the types of comments that this whole thing has created. I dislike her more and more every video. I hate the big one. Is it normal to hate the living shit out of someone online? She pissed me off. This year will be my dream. I want Mary to push Izzy hard. I'm blocking y'all. Y'all always piss me off. I swear they do, because what the hell you stealing all the candy for? This one literally says, hate bigger girl button. Not to mention all the hate videos that have started popping up calling Izzy Big Ball and Biggie. And just generally hating on a 16-year-old girl because her parents want to make a buck off of her. Point is, the rage bait is working, and I don't even know how you deal with that at 16. Like, you're not like a little baby at 16, but your brain is developing. You are very sensitive. I just can't imagine having like the wrath of the entire internet, and it wasn't even your thing. It's not like you're Lil Tay. It's just so mind-blowing that the parents are not only allowing this, but creating this for their daughter. Like, I know I've said like that in a variation a million times, but I don't know how to say it. Like, I feel like it needs to be said. Dude, being an obese teen is the literal worst. Most people who have been fat will shudder to think of their teen years. It is rough to be a husky adolescent, okay? It is not a good time. So for her parents to be one, adding to her weight issue, and number two, turning her into an internet fat joke, parents like this have always existed. It's just never been quite so easy or incentivized to sell out your kid for a quick buck. This is the type of parent who in ancient times would like trade in their child for some jewelry or like a really cool shell someone found on the beach. Like, there are the parents who would take a bullet for their children, right? And then there are the parents who would use their children as a human shield. So let's talk about what these consequences are. What are the real problems with a mukbang career path? Now, most obviously there's the weight gain component, but I've talked about this in a few other mukbang videos. Eating a lot of fast food or ultra processed food, it affects your mental state as well. It's linked to both depression and anxiety. Teen diabetes.
Yeah, I have like family banter with my sister. She calls me a walking corpse that won't die, and I call her a food vacuum. Yeah, it can be like friendly and nice. It's just when you're being exploited for cash. That's the bad part. You want to make some jokes with your parents? Go for it. But this? No, thank you.
Is on the rise. And the more overweight you become as a teen, the less likely you are to return to a healthy weight as an adult.
Don't forget the bullying.
Kind of soggy.
So this eating, mukbanging, when your brain is still developing, should a teenager really even be able to be in videos like this? Doing something that's so clearly destructive to their health? Not to mention, this family is really setting the stage for their daughter to have very serious issues with food now and in the future. Disordered eating in teenagers is already on the rise, let alone in this uniquely dystopian situation where you're essentially mimicking one online for views. Not to mention body image issues, since you're essentially bringing the internet's full attention to your young daughter and they're not exactly being nice.
No, true. She's gonna have like anorexia when she leaves this house.
Flowers, but they are growing, they are developing. Like, this is a rough time, and it's just makes me really sad to see this happen to her. I can really just only imagine the psychological repercussion. I think I told you guys this before, but I dated a guy in like my late teens, kind of like early adulthood, but it probably would have been much, much worse if I dated him in my teens. He said some really fucked up shit to me about the way that I looked and my body and my weight, and that stuff sticks with you. Like, he really made me feel kind of like some circus creature, and that really sticks with you. I kind of hope this girl turns around and sues her parents. I don't know if you can sue someone for a situation like this, but that's my uninformed recommendation. I could just really only imagine all the repercussions that come from this. Like, I don't know. I feel like we're in such a weird wild west of the internet right now. And mukbangs are such a weird, disturbing area. Like I said, I'm working on a new mukbang video, and I had already written
Punks. She ain't leaving the house now because she doesn't want to, because she can't.
An hour-long mukbang video in the past, but it's such a strange area of the internet because it's clearly so destructive. Like, I can't talk about the word binge eating, right? But people can do that as a career path online for views and money. Okay, but to end on a somewhat positive note, although like barely positive at all, I did end up finding
they probably
a few
sue.
videos
I would
of her.
imagine they
Here
could
she
sue.
is. She was in a couple of their videos, not very many though, and her name is Suzanne Silva. She did an interview with a newspaper, that's why I found that. I didn't dig it up. And as the story develops, it does seem like more and more people are taking notice that this whole mukbanging
taking
and stuff
action
is
against her?
really the brainchild of her parents and not really the fault of Izzy. And I feel like when the general tide turns, when people recognize this whole thing as a narrative, the general attitude of the commenters is definitely going to change in a big way. So watch out, Suzanne Silva, they're coming for you next. Editing Kiana here. I'm super slow and it's been 2 weeks since I wrote this script and already the tide is turning. When I first started writing this video, the majority of the comments were that Izzy is disgusting, Izzy's fat, Izzy's whatever. But more and more people are starting to realize in the comments
Thank
that
God.
this is being done by the parents. Now the top comment on almost every video is that the parents are responsible for this.
Thank God. Things turned around real quick, and I'm glad they did. Because fuck those parents.